All right, we are looking at 7-3% and estimation. What I want you to do is copy down, hit pause first, and then copy down all of this information. These are percent to fraction equivalencies that you're going to be using to work with the rest of the assignment. So go ahead and do that. All right, now we're going to move on to sample A, and I'm going to give you the best way of solving this is using those charts, and you're trying to find or estimate using compatible numbers, numbers that will go into the other numbers equally. So we're going to take our 48% of means multiply and then 76. Now you can round one of these numbers or both of these numbers, or maybe not even any of them if they were compatible to each other. 48%, looking at that chart that you have written down, that would be equivalent to 1/2, 50%. That's going to be the closest percentage to 48. So that's what you're going to want to use. Times, and then a number that is compatible to 76. Well, let's make this number a number that is probably the best way is multiples of 5 would be the best, or you could make it so that it's a compatible number, so we could round this to possibly 80 if you want over 1, and by doing that you would simply you could cross reduce, dividing those both by 2 to get 40. And many of you at this stage know that 1/2 of 80 is 40. Okay, so that is your answer. Again, we're estimating. So about 50% of 76 or of 80 is 40. Okay. If you have questions on this, again, please make note and we'll review it more tomorrow. What I want you to do is hit pause, go ahead and estimate this number, and then I'll come back. All right, you would need to estimate this number, which would probably be the best percentage, would be 20% of, and I would say round this to a number again that's compatible, usually multiples of 5, so 40 would probably be the best. Now my fraction equivalency to 20% would be 1/5 times 40, so it's 40 over 1, and as you can see the 5 and the 4 are compatible, they're cross-reducible, and that's what we mean by being compatible. So divide by 5 to both of these, and we end up getting 8 over 1, which equals 8. So 20% of 40 is about 8. Okay, so 8 would be your best answer to this. Some of you might have wanted to make this maybe 45. You could. That would change it then to about 9. So remember, with most of these problems, you're going to be within 1 or 2, and that's still correct. Now I want you to hit pause on this problem, solve it, and I'll be back to solve this. All right, 73% of 41. As you look at your chart again, 73% is closest to a 75%, which is equivalent to 3/4. Times, this number would round best to a 40, which would be 40 over 1. And I know a lot of you are trying to use your calculator for this. Drop the calculator. Use your fraction multiplication rules. It's much, much easier. Cross reduce, we get 1. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Simply get 30 over 1, which is 30. 75% of 40 is 30. So that would be your answer. And this is probably the best answer for this problem. Again, you could be off by 1 or 2, but more than likely this is the problem that you got. Okay? Questions on this, please make note, and we'll talk tomorrow about it. Now go ahead and do letter, it's really not E, it should be, I believe, D. Go ahead and solve this. So hit pause and do the problem. All right. There are a couple ways you could have done this. One, you can use rounding this to 70%. Okay, if you would round it to 70%, that's fine, which gives you 7/10. And then this number, 30, it's already a good compatible number. It's already a multiple of 5, so we'll leave it 30. So you put it over 1 times, and you're going to cross reduce, which gives me 1. This would give me 3, and we get 21 over 1 equaling 21. That's one possibility. Another possibility is if you look at the chart, you will see that 66 2/3% is equal to 2/3. That's actually the most accurate of this, times 30 over 1. So we cross reduce, we get 10, and you can see we get 20 for an answer. They're again within 1 or 2. Doesn't matter which one you use. So do know that if you compare to others, and on the assignment that we grade tomorrow, you'll see that there is going to be some flexibility with that. Okay. If you have questions, again, please write it all down, and we'll discuss it further tomorrow. And have a great evening.